41 minutes, 25 shots. Here, he only gets 14. There aren't too many games that James Harden has played in the last 3 or 4 years where 4 players in the game, 2 on Cleveland, 2 on the Nets, took more shots than he did. I actually thought he deferred too much. I like him when he's aggressive, getting to the basket, shooting. I think it tells you a lot about what kind of teammate he is. He really wanted to see Kyrie Irving fit in, but I like the way he was much more aggressive his first 2 games with the Nets.
Yes, and the numbers showed that, particularly the deferrals in the first half. James Harden, another triple-double, though, tonight. He spoke to Michael in the media. The night did start out very, very well.
James, Coach Nash before the game said he's looking forward to seeing this group grow and playing beautiful basketball together. I know it's a loss, but what glimpses did we see of that in this first game of the new look Nets?
Some great glimpses. We started off the game very, very, very good. Just the entire game, we just got to find a way to get stops when we need to. Offensively, they're not statistically, they're not a very good team, but they made some shots tonight. So we just got to watch some film, get better, and, chip away. We're still early in this process. It's only game 1 for all of us. So we got a long way to go, but we're still excited about, everything that's going on.
You kind of touched on it there, but just your thoughts on that second overtime. I know Colin got hot, but what were you seeing there in that second overtime that, got them going?
That was it. He made shots. We started switching a little bit more, and he made some tough shots over contested hands. He made a tough shot over Kai to force the, I think, second overtime or overtime. I can't remember which one, but he made tough shots. This is a make or miss league, so if guys are going to be hitting shots like that, it's going to be tough for anybody. But I think overall it's a pretty good game for us, and we watch the film and continue to get better.
Ryan Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, James. I'm curious, defensively in the fourth quarter, do you chalk any of that up to fatigue on your guys' part, unfamiliarity with each other defensively as you build chemistry, or do you just say, hey, he hit shots and there was a hand in his face?
Fatigue. He made some tough shots. Everybody started at that point, he made tough shots, and if he missed those shots, then it's good defense? No, he made some tough shots. Everybody's tired at that point, and I think we did enough, especially in fourth quarter and the first overtime. I don't know how many points he had in that second overtime, but I think he had majority of them, and chalk a hat up to him.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, James, I asked Kyrie, what it took for him, LeBron, and Kevin Love, obviously, in Cleveland that championship year to kind of come together as a unit and gel as a big three. And he said the 2 things it took for them were resolve and open and honest communication with one another. Can you kind of just take me down what it was like for you and Kevin Durant and Russ back in OKC to kind of come together and really make that run as a championship team?
Like you said, just being open with each other, communication. That's it. We all have a very great skill set. It's just communication. Of where we want each other to be. When things are going great, when things are going bad, and that's all that matters. If we're on the same page, we have that communication. We have a very good chance of winning majority of our games.
Bruce Beck, NBC New York.
James, do you need games like this for chemistry to continue to evolve? Is it reps? Is it time together?
It's a little bit of both, reps and time. Obviously, it would have been great for us to win and still figure things out. But a loss is still great as well, especially, it's how you bounce back from the loss. It's learning from your mistakes, learning from the losses, and not making the same mistakes 2 times in a row. So, we got a long way to go, but I think we're in the right direction, and we got some film to watch. And defensively, we got to be a lot better. And offensively, I think we still had 135 points. So just correct some things on our switching and our defensive principles.
Malik Andrews, ESPN.
James, you played a career-high 50 minutes and 30-odd seconds tonight. How does your body feel now? And then are there things that you can do in-game to kind of manage yourself if you're going to be playing that long, especially with the schedule being kind of every other day games right now?
Well, I wasn't expecting to go over double overtime. I think in that fourth quarter, we were just making a push to try to, win the game. And I think we did a good job of that. Double overtime now, I don't know, just ice, stretch, do the proper things. We have an unbelievable training staff. So just get with them and making sure that I'm prepared and ready for go Friday. This is a schedule. This is where we're in. No excuses. So, we just got to be prepared and ready to go when it's game time.
Last question, Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, James, you had a slow start offensively tonight, and then even in your first two games, you've taken your time scoring in the first quarter. Is that just you? You talk about the unselfishness. Is that at work, or is that just you trying to get a feel for the defense and how everyone else is kind of playing off you?
Trying to get a feel for this entire situation. It'll come to me. I'm not worried. I'm not in a rush. I'm very, very patient, and things will come. So that's all it is patience and patience, communication, and figure things out, which they will.
Hey, you gotta love NBA basketball, bro. So, we definitely tried to come out and compete. I myself was just doing my best out there to pace myself, and just I know that, it's gonna take me a little minute to just get up and down a few more times. But, I'm excited. I'm just excited for the future. Cleveland threw a lot of things at us, to start the game. They threw zone. They forced us in some positions that, were just a little uncomfortable. And I turned the ball over in the first quarter. We had a few turnovers and we limited in the second half. But, they scored 20 points, in the second OT. I don't know many teams that could put up 20 points in 5 minutes, but they did, and Colin got hot. So I give the young fella credit, and I give that whole Cleveland team credit tonight. They came to play.
You talked about how your teammates have had your back. First game in 15 days for you. How did it feel emotionally to be back out there with your teammates?
Man, always playing the game that I love. I'm grateful. So I never take it for granted. And then also to be, playing with Kevin Durant, James Harden, just those names alone right now, just like we're having some fun, but it's not just about us. And I always say that, we'll have good nights, we'll have great nights, but it's how we galvanize this group together and how we sacrifice and compromise for the greater good, and that still remains to be seen. Obviously one game's out the way, but I'm excited for what's to come.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Kyrie. Two-part question. I'm curious. I mean, obviously 7 games that you didn't play. How did you feel? It's a lot of minutes that you logged. How did you feel there? And when you look at the defense and the overtime, was part of that, you think, just fatigue overall, or was that just being unfamiliar with each other?
Man, that's just being human. Honestly, we've come together. I've been away for a while. The team's been doing incredibly well. So definitely wanted this first one as a group. But like I said, you got to give Cleveland credit to a certain degree. A lot of opportunities that we had to extend the lead or take control of the game. They came back and hit a 3, or they came back and responded, and they responded all night. And, it's just one of those nights, and you got to give credit to them. And then for us, we just take accountability for what we could have done individually better. And then collectively as a group, we'll watch film tomorrow and see where we can get better. So
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Kyrie, as you said, you guys have to take responsibility for the loss. But at the same time, the big 3 scored 96 points tonight and scored 42 of the last 57 points, Nets points tonight. So what do you say chemistry you guys showed first time out of the block?
Hey, I think any one of us would definitely take a win over all those, just great stats. Those sound incredible for a first game out for a few great teammates, just first time touching the floor. But like I said, we're not so much consumed about what we can do. We're more or less responsible for, like I said, putting these pieces together and making it work. And offensively, it clearly wasn't enough tonight. We still needed to get stops on the other end. So that's going to be the tale of our season, is how committed are we to that end of the floor moving forward. And like I said, these are just words, until we meet it with actions and we go out and do the little things and we prepare a little bit better. And I don't say that to mistake my words. I'm just saying as we prepare better moving forward, you know, we just kind of throwing in these last few days. So just putting it together, and we just got to keep smiling and having fun. Like I said, I was smiling when Colin Sexton was hitting all those shots, man. Like it was one of those nights for him. You know, he gets an offensive board, they tie it. You know, they're down 1 now. KD hits 2, and then he hits a 3. They tie it. It was just like one of those nights.